We're ready for some football here in Chicago at historic Soldier Field. Tonight, an NFC North rivalry renewed. It's the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears. Here's Brandon McManus to get this one going. And here we go from Chicago. Josh Blackwell to return it. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup, gained about 8, 2nd down.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. On play action, here's Williams. It's taken in by Roma Dunze. And a great play is brought to an end as this one reaches the 35-yard line. It's a 29-yard gain. And it'll be 1st down Bears.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
First down, Williams. This is Loveland working the right side. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
Move the chains! Got to move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Now here's DeAndre Swift on the ground. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Toss play, Swift. Caught behind the line here on 2nd down, which is only going to make things tougher for this 3rd down coming up. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
3rd down, here's Williams. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down. Well, they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
Santos' kick is good. And our game starts with a field goal on the opening drive.
Just kind of a confidence builder. Right? Offense drives it down, special teams does their job, and now the defense is going to take the field with the lead.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. This return starts at the 5. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Green Bay offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Play action. Love finds his man. It's Kraft. And he's going to be sent out of bounds just after he crosses the 35. They get an even 10 on that play. And it'll give the Packers the 1st.
Kate, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week during practice. That both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope you have just a little space to operate. That play-action works beautifully, and the tight end, the beneficiary. I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Offense to the line, second down. They send the tight end in motion. Love out of the shotgun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
No connection on the last play. Now it's third down. Third and long for him here. Now setting up the screen for Jacobs. And they get stuffed. He is knocked backwards on the play. That makes it fourth down.
Not terribly complicated on this one, just not the third down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
So fourth down, here comes Daniel Whelan to send it flying for the Packers. On the return for the Bears, Devin Duvernay. The Bears offense out there for their second drive of the contest. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's first and 10. Here's Swift to start the drive. He dodged the tackle. And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Williams on first down. Throwing the out route complete. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Football's on the 48. Here we go. First down. Williams from the gun. Hits his target. That's DJ Moore. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They are on the counter with Swift. He's still going at the 30. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. So 20 yards on that play. And that'll be first down, Chicago.
Kate, you know by now I'm not shy about referencing movies during a game. In that run, that was a picture-perfect script. You get the defense thinking one thing, looking one way, then bam! You surprise them with a twist and head the other way for a big run.
Williams to throw on first. And is a catch for Luther Burden. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on, and then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, well, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
Here's Swift on second down. And he stopped after a gain of about 5. That's going to set him up with first and goal.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
This offense in position now. It's first and goal. A draw now. This is Swift. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. He gets him 6, and that's going to bring up second and goal.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. Williams off the play fake. Taken in by Loveland. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Just a yard away on 3rd and goal. Here's the jumbo package. Williams with the sneak. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Bears stretch their early lead to 9. Caleb Williams, the touchdown! On a quarterback sneak to the end zone. All right, Brock, wondering your thought here, because to me it felt like they already had a play picked out to go for it on 4th down if that sneak hadn't worked. Do you agree?
Well, by they, if you mean the guys in the booth on the sideline, sure. But the 11 on the field, that effort just showed you they were not thinking about anything else but pushing it across the line.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. He fields it from the 8. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Green Bay offense returning to the field for their 2nd possession. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. We've set it downs for him from the 31. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Bears get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game. 1st and 10 from the 32. They're going to run here. Kyle Monungai. Well, this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put 2 tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
Gave away a couple on the 1st down run. Now it's going to be 2nd and 12. Working from the gun, Williams. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And for the 2nd straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
Yeah, let's give some credit to the defense here, Kate, right? We talk about explosive plays. Every offense is looking for them. But when a defense can go back-to-back, Jack, with a tackle for loss and a sack, well, they're more than doing their job.
Nickel look by the Packers on 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Has him on the quick hitter. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
On 4th down, it's Torrey Taylor on for the Bears to punt this away. And he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his first time out. This one's headed for the sideline and out. We'll get the mark. They say it's at the 9 where it crossed. The Packers ready to run their offense back out there. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Running on first here with Jacobs. Powering his way forward a bit. Give him about 6 there to begin this drive.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Love from the gun. Who should have had another one there. Defense getting opportunity after opportunity to pick it off, but 2 in a row now have slipped away. Well, it sure seems like they have found the wrinkle in their coverage that this QB just can't quite read. Brock got him on a pick on the last drive, and they should have had him again right there.
Kate, I can't tell you how lonely a feeling this is.
Yeah.
One interception you don't like, back-to-back drives, that's a really hard walk off the field. An early deficit means you lose the runway to slowly get your offense up to speed. This offense got to get going, and that incompletion won't help.
Daniel Whelan on the punt. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The Bears about set for their next possession. And here in the first, already up to a 10-0 advantage. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. This drive's going to begin with a run by Swift. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Short pass brought in. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And it'll be 1st down Bears.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
So 1st down from the 41. Now an inside handoff to Swift. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
Williams will look to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. Making the call himself. And he's taken down as he takes this to the 38. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
1st down. Here's Swift. Free inside the 30. And the stop is made, but not until he reaches that 17-yard line. They get 22 out of that play. And that'll be 1st down Chicago.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. Williams with a quick pass out wide. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Running behind center with Swift. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it as they take him down for a loss. These two NFC North teams have played one so far. It's a 10-0 ball game. Back to Soldier Field in just a moment. Welcome back. Second quarter about to start. Bears with a chance for at least 3, possibly 6. Throw here, third down. And they set up the screen here to Swift. And he hits a wall at the line and goes nowhere.
It's plays like that, Kate, right, wrong, where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on third down.
Santos' kick is good. And special teams convert to get them a little something out of that possession.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Emmanuel Wilson to return it. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. The Packers all set to get back out there. They trail 13-0 here as they go in search of their opening score. New set of downs for him from the 31. Takes the handoff, now Love. Cut out left. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Hit made by T.J. Edwards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Throwing his Love on 3rd. Throw right side, and Dobbs has it. And he's going to be hauled out on a gain across midfield, down inside the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
1st down throw, here's Love. On target to Musgrave. And he's hauled out of bounds as he takes this down to the 30. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And it'll give the Packers the 1st.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun now for Love. Finds the in route complete. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Shotgun give now to Jacobs. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays, the ones that amount to really very little statistically, and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Jacobs gets it on the draw. Nothing doing on the draw, Brock. That's going to send him backwards ahead of third down. So the run goes backwards. What do you think, Brock? Is it time that they start getting a little more aggressive, take some more risks offensively?
Not in my book. You've not earned that right. I think a lot of play callers feel that same way, too. I mean, you get to earn the right to be aggressive and take shots when you can do the basics, like, I don't know, run for a positive gain.
Toward the side of the end zone, but that one's incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. So they take their shot for the end zone, Brock, rather than focusing on that first down marker. And now they've got a decision to make.
Yeah, I think with that incompletion, they made the decision. You better send that field goal team on. They took their shot. They just couldn't finish it.
McManus sends it through. And that makes things a little closer. It's now a 10-point game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Blackwell now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Bears offense now heads back out to the field. And they were able to contribute 3 points to the lead their last time out. Another chance to build on that advantage here. Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes 1st and 10. They'll run now with Swift. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Brought down by Quay Walker.
While that run may not move the chains, Kate, that is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Going play action. Williams. Throw right side hauled in by Komet. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
So 1st down from the 41. Throw left side is hauled in by Loveland. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Now it's Manungai. And he's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
3rd and just 2 to go. Here he is on 3rd and short. That's Cox. This is Loveland. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Give him 8 yards on the play. And it'll be 1st down Bears.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Well, a tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
1st and 10 from the 43. Out of the shotgun, a give to Swift. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Staying grounded with Swift. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
That one's out and cut on the right side. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that'll be first down, Chicago.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
To the line and set. Here we go, first down. They send a tight end in motion. Now a give to Swift. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is he put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Williams from the gun. Throw caught at the 6. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
To throw, Williams. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit, Kate. You got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
So the incompletion on first. Here is 2nd and goal. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And quickly, their chances at the end zone are running out, Brock. It's 3rd and goal.
Bend. Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
The sack sets up a tough 3rd and goal. They're at the 12. 3rd and long for him here. Connecting with his back here, Swift. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
You could see that screen develop as the linemen pull right out in front. Sets up a nice gain. Love to see a running back utilize the big man in front of him.
So on 4th down, out is Cairo Santos for the Bears field goal. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Santos' kick is good. And that pushes the lead up to 13.
Give him the first half trifecta. He's 3 for 3 on field goals. And as much as they'd like 6 points to end drives, not 3, they can at least be happy they're getting consistent looks inside field goal range, and he's delivering.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Wilson with the return here. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Green Bay offense about to get started once more. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Packers getting set here. 1st and 10. Play action. Love. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Kate, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Ball still on that 29-yard line as they come up to it. 2nd and 10. Back to the air. Love. This is on target to Christian Watson. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Quick throw out wide by Love. And he'll have a 4-yard gain on that one. He's taken down at the 44.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Love to throw again. Now setting up the screen for Jacobs. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And it'll give the Packers the first.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Once more, it's Love. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled for a short gain.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Out quickly to Watson. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
1st and 10 from the 32. Stick it in the air. Love. On it, and he nearly picked it. Oh, couldn't hang on in the end. The offense got lucky on a risky throw there. It's 2nd down. All right, still 10 to go here after they almost had an interception on 1st down. A 2nd down throw here for Love. Short pass brought in. And he's got 5, and we've got our 2-minute warning.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Needing 4 here on 3rd down. This is going to be the 9th play of this drive. Throwing again. Love. It's cut right side by Watson. And he's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. And he will have them a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers make it a 1-score game before halftime. Jaden Reed, the touchdown. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
That one right down the middle. And the Packers get it back to within 6. So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. Blackwell now to return it. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Chicago getting set to take the field now. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Here's Williams. Completed over the middle. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. That's 16 on the pickup. And it'll be 1st down Bears.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, It's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Williams to throw on first. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And now it's second down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Finds him over the middle. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. The Bears decide to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Third down here, need 8 on the play. Here he goes, 3rd and long. He finds Adunze downfield. And he's going to take this down to the 31 before he gets taken down. It's a gain of 22. And that'll be first down, Chicago.
Well, that is a well-designed route right there. He really made it easy to get that pass to him. Creating space, QB receiver, deliver.
Here's Williams again. He'll step up, and there he goes. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first. Timeout, Chicago. It uses its second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. That's more of the catch out left. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break. The Bears bring on Cairo Santos for the field goal. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. Santos' kick is good, and that'll make it a 2-score game.
We know that most of these coaches really don't crack that big smile until they get that W with 60 minutes over, but I see a little sly smile on that coach's face because that's terrific execution. You work those situations to pay them off with points. They did just that.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. So it's a touchback on the kickoff, and we're going to get 1 final snap here in the half. The Packers getting 1 final drive before the half. They're going to need some unlikely magic here if they want to find any points with almost no time remaining. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. The final throw before the break. He's going to loft one deep to the left. This is thrown towards a defender instead, and he's the one who makes a play on the football. That's not what this offense wants. Incomplete on 1st down. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Wilson with the return here. Good work so far. He's got room. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled. Here's the Packer offense headed out to start the 3rd quarter. That passing game they went to in the 1st half, it's going to need to be firing to start this 2nd half too as they chase this lead. A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10. Love out of the shotgun. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
A give to Jacobs on the inside handoff. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mopped up, too.
The only thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Play fake, it's Love. That one's complete, right side. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
You'll often hear it said, in my life experience, it's true, the NFL is a game of matchups, so much more than any level. And these tight ends, we see it time and again, are such a matchup nightmare down the field.
Handoff here to Jacobs. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on first down. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Shotgun now for Love. Hits him on the out route. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Love from the gun. Has his man. It's Dobbs. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. 7 yards on that pickup. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest and gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
Jacobs running behind center. And he's got him 6 yards on that carry. It's 2nd down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. They stick with Jacobs. And they haul him down after a gain of a couple, leaves him in need of 1 more yard here on 3rd down.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game, the type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
This is going to be play number 9 of this drive, and we could see a 10th if they can get a yard here on 3rd down. Turning to Jacobs on 3rd. And he's going to have enough for the first down, not by much, but he got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
That's one as a running back in this league, you got to convert every time. Teams really don't care. If you're a Hall of Famer or an undrafted rookie, you can't get 1 yard for a first, they're going to start holding auditions for someone who can.
Play action, Love. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers cut into the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Romeo Dobbs touchdown. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
That one splits the uprights. And the Packers cut the lead down to just 2. We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. Devin Duvernay to return it. This makes it up to the 25. Here come the Bears back out on offense. That lead already smaller than it was at the break, Brock, and they're going to face a little pressure now on this opening series. Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Williams. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Running with Swift out of the gun. And he gets it past the 50 and down to the Packers side of the field. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
That's a pretty good stop on 1st down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
Working from the gun, Williams. He's going to pull this one down and run with it. And they're going to be working from the red zone as he reaches the 16. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
This is Swift. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle. After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Going to run again with Swift. Jukes away from one. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4. Williams from the gun. And they take this in for the score. The Bears push this to an 8-point game. Caleb Williams, the touchdown.
With that score, this is now a time where this defense is going to get on that sideline, look at each other and say, hey, we got to play this quarterback a whole lot more honest because he is doing damage with his legs.
Santos connects on the point after. And the Bears push the lead to 2 scores now. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Wilson with a return here. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Now here comes the Green Bay offense. They were able to say mission accomplished on their last series, finding that end zone. But the work, well, it starts all over again right now.
And you know this, Kate, from our years together of doing this. I'm a firm believer of call it till they stop it. It doesn't mean you have to innovate right away. Call the same plays until they stop them because they proved last drive they couldn't.
Called in by Musgrave. And he crosses the sideline a yard or 2 beyond, it looks like the 30.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Motioning the tight end now. Throwing, it's Love. That's into the hands of Dobbs. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. Give him 13 on that play. And it'll give the Packers the first.
The smartest pass catchers I've ever been around, they know how to set up an outcut beautifully. They recognize when they have leverage, how to sell the deep route, and then boom, they just break it out as if it's nothing.
Connects on the crosser. And no gain after the catch, but the gain's still out across midfield. They're to the 45. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Running on first here with Jacobs. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
First down throw, here's Love. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And we'll see what they do here on second down.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit. Kate, you get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win.
Quick throw out wide by Love. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Quite the drive they've had, Brock, but they're up against it. 3rd and 5 now. To the air with Love. Pass brought in by Watson. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. He gets 6 on that play, and it'll give the Packers the first.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
From the red zone now. Now setting up the screen for Jacobs. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. On the handoff, here's Jacobs. Good running there to get around 6, but now they've got 3rd down.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative, but in this case, it gets them just as many yards as a short completion would have.
Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4. Here's Love. Toward the end zone, but incomplete. That's going to force them into a 4th down decision.
You know what that route is called, right, Kate? OTB, over the ball. And those are the ones you've got to hit. You've got to be able to play offense from the inside out. Got to find a completion right there.
They're going to go. It's Love. He's got his man. This is Kraft. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're in the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
There's Love to throw. And he goes down. The Bears got him. And it's step 1 towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. 2nd and goal coming up.
Well, now this is certainly going to make 2nd and goal considerably more difficult. He could have gotten rid of it to avoid the big loss, but give some credit here to the defense as well. That pressure was suffocating, and it's going to make it a more difficult now 2nd and goal situation.
Putting the tight end in motion. Love now to throw. This one's caught. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Defense bringing in a 5th DB, 3rd and goal. Love looking to pass. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
That one right down the middle. And the Packers cut the lead down to just 2. We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. Blackwell now to return it. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Chicago's offense trotting out there for another series. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Williams with a quick pass out wide. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
And what a jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. First down, here's Swift. And he's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be 2nd down.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. To throw, Williams. He'll try and run this. He gets it forward a little to his 46. Devontae Wyatt finishing that play off.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. They'll air it out on 3rd. Has him on the quick hitter. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. 3 quarters in the books from this one. It's Bears football to begin the 4th as they try to hang on to the lead in a close game. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Running behind center with Swift. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Swift gets it on the option. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
New set of downs for them from the 31. First down, and they go right back to him. And a nice little run there gets him 5. 2nd down upcoming.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground you need to keep plays and drives alive.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Put the body on the line for his team. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Just how many times do we see teams go to this route? You can go to a Little League field and tell them to, hey, run to the post. It's a playbook staple. And he's someone you could depend on to create space and make catches out of it.
Now an inside handoff to Swift. And he takes this one in for a Chicago touchdown. The Bears push this to an 8-point game. DeAndre Swift, the touchdown. Well, he found himself some space to work, and from there, all athleticism as he made his way in for 6.
You know, you run the ball down in the red zone, Kate, you're not always thinking touchdowns, right? Space is so hard to come by. But you're exactly right. His athleticism, his explosion, his speed, it puts 6 on the board for the offense.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Fields this one at the 3. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Out now runs the Packer offense. This could be the decisive drive. Down 2 scores late. They've got to find some points to get it back within 1. Green Bay offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Love out of the shotgun. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Love from the gun. Finds the in route complete. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
We motion the tight end over. Love now on 1st and 10. Has it downfield, working the left. And he's down to almost, no, they're actually going to give him the 30 here. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
Wow, certainly found the weak spot in the coverage with that catch. Really goes to show they trust every single player, receiver, running back, in that case, tight end, to be a playmaker in this offense.
And there's a sign of life from the ground game. He's forward with a nice pickup. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Shotgun now for Love. Short pass brought in, and they bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him 5 on the play, and it'll give the Packers the 1st.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Shotgun give now to Jacobs. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
Defense was clearly focused on taking away the pass in that RPO scheme offensively. Feels so good when you get the job done and you get a chunk run on RPO. That's setting you up for some success.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. They'll run. Jacobs. And he won't get in. The daylight was there for just a second, but it closed just in time to keep him out. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Oh, so aggravatingly close to a safety on that one right there, Kate. Just a matter of a foot, and they could have had some points on the board defensively.
Another chance to get that lone yard. Here's 2nd and goal. Watson coming in motion right. Again, it's Jacobs. And he's in for the touchdown. The Packers have cut it to a 3-point game here in the 4th. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
That one splits the uprights. And the Packers cut the lead down to just 2. We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. Here's Duvernay on the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Bears about set for their next possession. Their lead cut down inside a field goal, so points imperative here to get some breathing room. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Williams. He finds a Dunze downfield. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. Give him 25 on that play. And it'll be 1st down Bears.
Hey, let's get those next-gen stats out here, Kate. See just how far he had to run between the snap of the football and when he finally got the throw. Did a beautiful job of settling down into zone coverage, even though it took him a whole lot of distance to get there.
And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Some really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient, he was explosive, and he got a nice little gain on the ground.
They go with Manungai here. And that 2nd down run is only going to manage a yard. To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Williams from the gun. Has his man caught by Odunze. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. To throw is Williams. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. To the air on 3rd and long. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears push this to an 8-point game.
There are a couple different ways now. You can win on a fly route. You can just run right by somebody, or you can use that big body, try to win a one-on-one matchup. Whatever way you go about it, well, this is the type of upside this route can provide.
Extra point is good by Santos. And the Bears push the lead to 2 scores now. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Wilson with the return here. He stopped on the run back at the 27. The Packers ready to run their offense back out there. And they just saw that lead stretch out to a 2-score margin now. Really makes this a must-score series late.
And Kate, you know I believe this. You can never play this game in a state of desperation, but a state of urgency got to be a sky high right now.
All right, going empty as they come to the line. It's 1st and 10. Throwing, it's Love. Pass caught out right by Golden. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. A pickup of 17. And that's good for a Green Bay first down. Well, that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
Dumps it off to his running back. And they've got to him just a step or 2 before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. And they make the stop after giving up 6 yards. Good run on first. It's 2nd down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Going run again with Jacobs. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up. Love now. So the heave knocked away from the intended targets. That brings up 4th down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
On comes Brandon McManus now to try this field goal for the Packers. He was good on his first kick. Gonna need to hit this one well to go 2 for 2. Got all of it, and this is good! And it pulls him back within 1 score here in the 4th.
His make there, they had to have that one. And it really does set up a judgment call down on the field. And this is where special teams coach and head coach are talking about game management. You got 3 timeouts left, so you really can write either script you want. Onside kick or send it deep.
So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. Here's Duvernay on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Bears offense now heads back out to the field. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. To the ground, it's Monangai. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
His goal's pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward and then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you could come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
Went the wrong way on 1st down, Brock. Here comes 2nd and 12. Here's Williams. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough third down.
We get so stuck, Kate, on decision-making being the ball in the hands and where's he throwing it. The ball in the hands in the passing game, and what kind of decision is he going to make? When in reality, in this game, in the fourth quarter, decision-making is also knowing when to salvage a play. Salvage that real estate that's so important to try to play a little add-on and make this a two-score.
And it's a sack. They got there to take him down, but there was a reason for that. So we got a flag down. I think that's going to nullify the play. Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him. Little bit of help with the penalty, but still quite a daunting third down for him here. Looking to throw. There is that man again, Adunze. And he's going to be stopped right around the 37. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert.
I just don't know how you play defense, Kate, and some of the guys in the league today. How can you balance defending somebody who can run for it or throw it right over your head? These dual threat QBs, they're a nightmare.
Manungai with it. And he works his way for a gain of 4. The Packers take their first time out. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. Now it's Manungai. Oh, he drops a cut to the right sideline. And they will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. Now timeout taken by Green Bay. That's it, second. And with another one gone, they're going to have just 1 remaining this game. So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Going to the ground again on first. It'll be a yard at most there, and it's second down. Timeout taken by the Packers, their 3rd and final one. And this could be an issue the rest of the way with no way to stop this clock. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. They'll run it with Manungai. And he's tackled after a gain of about 6. It's 3rd down now.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15+ at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Back to throw it. And a defender's there to knock this away, and that effort means it's 4th down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got 1 hand on it. He gets 2. It could have gone the other way.
Look at him. They don't want to surrender the lead or possession. The offense staying out there on 4th. He'll throw it. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's got the first down for the Bears, Brock, and that should clinch them this win.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. Here's a design run. So Soldier Field sees another win for the Bears. This was a game they had circled a long time ago, Brock. You bring a division rival into your building, You want to make a statement at their expense and get that W.
We know it's not just an axiom, right, that it's so hard to win any game in the NFL. It is. They're difficult to do. But a division rival in your own building, it almost feels like a must-win, and that's the juice they played with today.
So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Bears winners as we say so long from Chicago.